Alright, I think we're going to be live. Yes, we're going to be live.
Your team writes too many emails.
Whoa, we don't need volume on here.
Business makes each and every...
There we go. Alright, skip ad. I just want to make sure I see myself. There we go. Alright, we're live. Listen, I'm going to tell you right at the beginning here. The more I read, sometimes the more I get confused. I'm not the greatest with rules, so we're going to make some mistakes. This is not an easy thing to do live, so we're going to try to do our best, and we'll correct them later. We're just going to run through the very basic first thing of the crawl mode. Next week, we're going to be doing the adventure mode, and I think we'll be well off. Let's just go here and show you. Yeah, we don't do things like everybody else. We paint our stuff and get it all painted. Because, number one, you would kill me if I did, especially since this is a painting channel and we did something without painting it. We got a couple of views here. I have Remy here so we can kind of go over some of the stuff as we go with her. She has a few more things on the bottom here, and I wanted you to see the cave sickle. There are two things for the cave sickles. They're all color-coded. I'll explain that and pick up the cards as I can. There's a lot going on here. Particularly, I just need to probably adjust this a little bit more and just come down here like so. There you go. We're going to do what we can. I don't promise that I'm going to get this right because I'm a little confused about some things, but I will do my best. One of my things came broken, so it's going to be hard to read anything through it. I've got all my tokens ready. Alright, so what we're doing is exactly the very first of the scenarios. And all we're going to do is the cavern fumigation. I'm going to read a little bit here, and I'm going to let you know what's going on and how it goes on here. Cave sickles have infested a nearby cave just outside of town. The townspeople have filed multiple complaints against the city, claiming that nothing is being done. Unsure how deep the cave goes, the city hasn't spent the resources to reach the hive and cull the colony's numbers. The Crimson Vanguard has just the thing, though, a bug bomb. Reach the sickle's lair and bomb the pests out of existence. So, just to show you, this is what we have here. And basically, you're going to go here. But what it tells you is how to set up your guy, and you shop and train. Well, what I did to kind of save time a little bit, and I'm going to go over to the other camera here, is kind of show you that basically I did everything here according to the adventure mode, and it was pretty close to the 300 gold pieces. I probably could have took another ability, but I just built everything the way they built it, and I think that is going to work the best for me. Let's go back up top here. So again, like I said, we're going to try to really get through this and give you guys a decent experience so you have an idea of what's going on. The next thing that we do is it tells us to go to page 10. So then we built our, as you can see, just the way you see it here. We're starting here. Of course, it's going to show differently on the bottom here. And you have your sickles here, and then more story here, and then what happens when we do certain things. And now, of course, you can't see that because we won't know until we get there. So the best thing to do is, why don't we get there and get going and see how this all works. Now, the first thing that we have to do is set our initiative. And I had the initiative cards somewhere. What did I do with them? Oh, here they are. All right, so we're gonna set our initiative, and that's gonna be on the bottom here, so you guys can see how it goes. So Nightingale is going to go first, of course. Zeke, Remy, and then Rook. Then it's going to be, oh boy, jeez, I did shuffle this. Worst part is the cave sickles go last, so what happens here is we're going to be moving. So at the start of our turn, pretty much, let me go over here and explain a card to you real quick so you understand what is going on while we're trying to do this live. All right, so let's take Remy for instance here, okay? She has 3 SP points, okay? You're going to be using those to move, to fight, to pick things up, and so forth and so on. You have a certain amount of weapons here, okay? You're going to build your dice pool by those weapons. Let me just move this out of the way real quick. She has a discipline. A discipline is kind of like a spell, more or less, or a power. It's going to give her a certain amount of thing. We had 7 points to spend, but I went by the book and just took a 3-point discipline. Excuse me. She has a shirt here. Okay, that's going to come in. It does different things. She can use dodge if she wants to. If you see the word exhaust here, if you basically turn it on its side, you exhaust it, and you'll be able to try to dodge certain things for this particular instance. She has some throwing knives. You only get to use them once. Once you use them, they are discarded. And then on the bottom here, she has some things that can help her. Particularly here, this will add to her defense because she has an ability core, which, and if we exhaust it, she would be able to counter. We'll talk about counter as we go because you will have a chance to counter. So we're going to start with Nightingale. Now, by going over to Nightingale here, like I said, this isn't the easiest thing to do with one person controlling all the characters, but we'll be able to get through it. As you can see, she has a per counter ability. Now SP points are very, very hard to come by, okay? You can never have higher than dots that you have here. Even though those are gray out, each turn you're going to get 3. But you can have up to 5, so you don't have to use everything that you have here. On the bottom here is your movement, okay? Let's see if we can move that a little closer there. The game looks interesting. Thanks for the gameplay. Well, you're welcome. And hello, Eric. Awesome. I've been waiting to see some gameplay of this. Oh, gameplay. Hi, Rob and everyone. Redwell, how are you? Tom Cruel, how are you? Monster X, of course. It's always good to see you as well. All right. We said all our highs to everybody. And that's what we usually do when we're live. Conviction is a defensive roll. You'll get, if you see the color of dice, that's the color of dice that you'll have. As things go, I will explain things as we go. There's your dice. You also have, for this particular weapon, you would use 2 white dice. So you see there's different colored dice which give you different abilities. The shields and the magic thing, well, we'll explain that when we get to combat. But let's see if we can get there. Over here, any kind of abilities that you're going to be testing, if it asks you to test something, you are going to roll 2 of these dice to try and add this to those dice to help you pass a certain test. Here is your health. So we have 12 health. We have 9 defense, which we'll explain, and then 6 movement. Now, you have equipment that will give you different things. Okay, it might give you +1 movement. It might give you all kinds of different things. But we'll explain that also as we go. And we'll do the best that we can with it. I can't promise we will not make a disaster of this. But I promise you this, we're going to do the best we can. I think I got it down. But I definitely wanted to get this going and get it going, and of course doing it live is a little harder than doing it taped. That's for doggone sure. All right, so the first person that is going is we go by this track, and it goes by this track every single time. So we're going to go in this order, and once we get to this person, we're going to go to our back to Nightingale. And how that works is we're going to have a start a turn. There's going to be a status phase, which we don't deal with on the first turn. A refresh phase, which we do not deal with on the first turn. There is an action phase and an end of turn phase for that particular adventurer. Then we will go to the next adventurer, and we will do the same thing, and then we will come back and we will perform these phases once again. I will explain the cost It comes with a very nice little card here, which kind of gives you everything that you need. And I'm sorry that it's out of focus, but I am getting a new camera probably tomorrow, and the quality will be a lot better than what you're seeing right now. So I apologize for anything right now. I do have broken cameras, and I'm on my backups. But I did promise I would get this done, and I want to get it done. All right. Without further ado, let's give this a whirl. So Nightingale's our first person, and we're going to show you exactly what Nightingale has a per counter ability. It's called Ambitious, and what that would do is all other allies would gain 1 spell point, and she will gain 2. I don't think we're going to use that right now. She has 3 right now, and right now she wants to move. Okay, now it costs 1 spell point for her to move. Now here's the problem that we have here. If you look, she has to move through characters, and that is not as easy as you think it is, particularly since the fact that her moving through characters costs 1 to go here plus 1 moving through the character, so that would be 2, 4, 5, and 6. So she really wouldn't move a lot, but you cannot move diagonally, so she has to move through Zeke, and then she has to move through Rook. Maybe she can come here. So it would go 2, 4, 5, maybe 6, and that'll clear the way a little bit. Boy, that's a tough call. Well, let's do that. And by doing that, we're only going to use 1 movement point. So we're going to go, we want to get out there. 2, 4, 6. All right, 5. And then we'll move up 1 for 6. And that will be her turn. So she has 2 spell points left over, which is fine by us. Let me make sure I got my counters. Let me tell you something, and I'm going to show you guys real quick. There are a lot of counters in this bad boy. A lot. So, I really want... Alright, so our next person is going to be Zeke. Zeke also has a movement of 6. But he cannot go through here because this is rough terrain. And it's outlined. And let me see if I can get it a little closer so you guys can see it. Love the painted figures. Thanks, Rob. You're welcome, of course, Godzilla. Let's try to come down a little bit closer. Okay, there we go. Once we get going here, I'll bring it closer. Now, as you can see, these red outlines, it's impassable terrain. So that's going to make things a little bit tough for us. Let me just pull this book here. Obstructing. Blocks line of sight. Obstructing terrain is not considered a space. May replace all non-dangerous terrain. So we would go here, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And yeah, I guess that's probably the move to do. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to hold on to at least our 2 there. So we're going to move these over here. So we have 2 carrying over to the next turn. Next is going to be Remy. Now Remy has flight. And it will cost her 2. But I think we're just going to move normally. So she's going to just get out there and she's going to go 2, 3, 4, 5. And that works for me. And then finally Rook is going to go. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Because we want him out front because he's a bad dude. So that's the way we're going to do that. Alright, next becomes the cave sickles. And the way they move is they're in the back here. So they have And just to show you, because I want to show you the setup so we make sure that you understand what's going on here. You have 1, 2, 3 back here. We have cards, as you can see, they're broken up into 1, 2, 3. Let me just make sure we're doing this. Okay, let's take a look here. I want to make sure that you guys see the right thing and see what we're doing and how we're doing it. All right, just give me a second here, and I will include you in everything that's going on here. All right, so very quickly, as you can see, we've got 4, 5, and 6 up front, and then everything is marked 1, 2, and 3 in the back here. So they're going to move. They can move through each other, and they have a movement of 6, but we basically go through what they do on their card. And let's just go over to the other camera here, and we'll talk a little bit more about their card. So we're looking at 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to go off this card here. So what you do is you start here and you work your way down until you get something that's successful. So it says here, is there an adjacent opponent? No. So we go down to next. Is there an opponent within range, within 4 range? No. Can it move and attack? Can it move and attack an opponent within range 4? Well, they move 6. So if they moved 6, let's see, because we have 1 up here, so it would be 1, 2, 3. Well, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it would not. This they cannot move through. Normally they can attempt to jump, but they can't do that. So he's going to come over here. Now, they have an ability called Hive Mind. The Cave Sickle combat dice and defense changes depending on how many other Cave Sickles are within their sphere of influence. SOI is sphere of influence, and their sphere of influence is usually 4. So, just to go back to our table here, go back to our other view here. If we're talking about this particular Cave Sickle, sphere influence is 4. So you would be counting out 4 squares and everything within a range of 4. So they get pretty nasty very quickly. So now we're going to move on to our second one. Can he also move? So he is going to go 1, 2, 3. Now you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he would come over here. Is he within 4? 1, 2, 3. Yes, he is. So he would be able to perform a range 4 attack. So make an attack. So their dice are two white dice. So let's see what happens. Now, there are guys within the range here. So he's got 2 other guys to him. So we're going to roll 2 orange dice instead. Not cool. So he's going to target our friend here. Let's see what happens there. And it's an 8. Okay. So an 8 against the defense of 9. So it's a complete miss. Boy, did we get lucky there. We got very, very lucky there. All right. Oh, wait a minute. I did that. Oh, no, I did that right. I did that right. Hold on. 1. Yeah, there's 1. 2. Yeah, okay, I got it right. The problem is the bases, they don't give you a different color, a lighter color base. So it gets a little confusing here. But I think I got it. Okay, so now, because this guy has a blocking terrain, there's a rock right here. And there's rock formations here. So he's actually going to go around, I think he would go. So he would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's call that. And even if he tried to go through the other way, he wouldn't get very far. So he's right there. So that's it for them. Now it becomes the other guy's turn. And this is where it gets a little ugly here. And remember, we have to go by the thing. So this guy is going to go next. And then 5 would go. And then 6 would go here. So, again, is there an opponent adjacent? No. Is there an opponent within range of 4? No. Can it move and attack an opponent within range 4? Oh no, see, that guy wouldn't move. Ooh, that's where I made a mistake. Okay. Because he still wouldn't be in range 4. So that's a no. There. Is there anybody within 4? No. If he moved, 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, he would be in range. It'd be 1. What is their movement? 6. 1, 3, 5, 6. Okay, so he would be in range there. Okay. Yes. Okay, we did that right. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, because he couldn't get through there. Because he would move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he couldn't move because he would stay there. So he has to stay there. Okay, so that's right. So now he's going to roll. He's got 3 guys within 2 other guys. So he would roll also 2 orange. Okay, I got it. Like I said, I'm going to make mistakes. Just bear with me. For range, you count diagonal squares, unlike movement. Okay. The first one was in range. Yes, he was in range 4. Yes, I got it. Thank you, Benjamin. Like I said, this is tough to do live. But we'll get it. Especially when you're controlling so many characters. But we're going to do the best we can. I want you to get the feel. I want you to see how beautiful this is. And I really wanted to put this out and try to do something here. Like I said, I'm going to make a ton of mistakes. Put the mistakes in the bottom of the comments, and we'll fix them. And then when we go do the next thing, we'll be able to fix it and make it right. But right now, let's just have some fun with this and do the best we can. All right. So now this guy here is going to take a shot there. Okay, and everybody else, yes, I did that right. Okay, uh-oh. Well, that wasn't good. 7 and 2 is 9. Okay, now here's where things come into play that you have things. So he has a defense of 9. Normally that would do it. But because he has a deflection core, okay, which is a really cool pair of sunglasses, all right, that's going to add 1 to his defense value, so it's 10. So we got really, really, really lucky, and we were able to deflect that. So nothing happened. So we made it through, and we're good. Somehow, some way. All right, so let me just make sure that we have all our things the way we want them. Okay, there's 2, 2, 2. All right, boom, bang, boom. All right, so we made it through the first phase. Now we're going to come back, and we're going to do everything the way we need to do it again. So what we're going to do is refresh. So with Nightingale here, okay, and we're going to come back over to her card here. Let me just make sure I'm doing cost 1 more. No problem. Another thing which would have changed, getting out of the square of an ally not entering. Cost 1 more. Ooh. All right. Well, we fixed that one. It costs 1 more. Oh. Getting out of the square cost an additional 1. Not entering it. Okay. All right. Still, I think we're where we're at. We can fix that from that point on. All right. So now everybody's gonna. We're gonna start with Nightingale. She's going to get right here, as you can see. She has 2 SP points, but she loads up a couple more. So let me pull out a couple more. So she's going to have 5 points to do something with. So now we have 5 for her. Now, do we want to take a chance and move? What are we doing here? So if she was to move, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, that may work. I think I did that right, Benjamin. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, no. But because she has a cult t-shirt on, she gets an extra movement. So we can do that. But do we really want to do that? when she doesn't have a ranged attack. She has a long sword. But she has gore shot. No, I think we're going to leave her back for a bit. I think that's the way to do it. I don't want her to get in the way of the guys that are going to start chewing things up. I need to get her up there, but I don't need to. So I'm going to spend 1 SP point. So I'm going to put that over there. And then I'm going to move her 1, 2, and I'm going to leave her there. That's all I want her to do. Yep, I think that's the way I want to play it. I'm going to do it that way. The game is pretty hard to solo play, I think, and even more on cam. Yeah, we're getting there. But I appreciate your help, Benjamin, and that's the best part about it, is that you're here to give me a hand. Oh, shoot, my boy Barrett is here. Good to see you, Barrett. And, of course, the greatest of all, the undead Viking himself. Hey, we're really trying to give this a whirl here. Ooh, I got to go to the other camera. How about we do that? There we go. Sorry about that. So, anyways, like I said, I wanted to move her over here. I don't want to use too many of her points. She has 4. When we start to clear things up a bit here, I think it's going to work for us a little bit better. Because next we have Zeke going. And Zeke, I want Zeke to get up there and start carving stuff up. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. So, with Zeke, he goes up to 5, getting 3. So we're not worried about spell points right now. So we're going to use 1 to move. I'm going to put that over here. And he's going to move up 1, 2. And get right in this guy's grill. Alright, they have no defense. Zeke has... He has 2 short swords, which is going to give him 2 purple dice. What else do we have that can help him out? Zeke is a nimble fighter. Once per turn, Zeke may re-roll his dodge roll. He has throwing knives too. That may help us as well. But let's see what we can do. Let's see what Zeke can do here. Now that guy there, because the things aren't colored, it kind of messes me up. That guy there is number 6. So hopefully we can get rid of him. All right, here we go. I mean, here goes nothing. So it's going to cost us 2 to attack. So we're going to go down. So 2. So he would have 2 SP left over, which might not be a bad thing because we might get another attack in there, which will be very, very helpful. Like I said, we're trying to plow some road here. All right. Come on. Oh. Boy, could you ask for a worse roll than that? All right. We're going to spend our last 2 SP points and hopefully roll something a lot better than that. I mean, that was horrendous. All right, that's a lot better. That is a lot better. Okay. So that is an 11. All right. They have a defense. Now let's explain what happens. They have a defense of 8. So we roll our dice. So right now we have an 11. Okay. 11 is really good. So that's actually 3 above 8. So we've already done 3 damage. Why? Well, because they have no armor. Okay. And that's good. Now we can look and see what else we have to do. As you can see, we have 2 shields and 3 books. Well, the nice thing about it is because each sword does, for every 2 books, and because we swung with both of these, were we able to swing with both of them? Yeah, we were, because it's one-handed weapons each. So we were able to swing with both. What happens is, now taking the shields into account, this weapon for 2 shields gets 2 more physical damage, which is 5, and then 2 more, which is 6. Finesse, we could have added a white. Combo light. Exhaust, reroll 1 of your combat dice. I think I might have done that wrong. Could I use both weapons, or should I have used one and had a purple and a white? And light. Oh, let me just check something. I don't want to do it wrong. Who painted this mess? Oh, God. Can't do anything. You can move her 2 more for 1 SP. We can't see much from this angle, Rob. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot to change it. Oh, let's see what light does. Well, if you have anything that's heavy, that's going to slow you down a movement point. It's so good to have friends like the undead dragon. The undead dragon, pretty much. It tries to hijack. Okay, light. All right, I think I got it. All right, so I think I would be able to use the two things. Well, no matter how you look at it, even if I used one. I don't think you count for each weapon, but you might have to change the color of one of your dice. Yes, I think I did. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to do that all over before we have a mess here. I think the way it is I have 2 different weapons and I can use them a different way. So what I would do is roll a white and a purple. So I did that wrong. Well, it's part of things to doing it live. So what we're going to do is we're going to start that all over, and he still would have. He moved, so then we would cause that, and we would flip this over, so now we're down to 2. So now he's going to make his first attack there. Sorry about that. This is some of the things that you need to see. So here, you start with a purple, and then also you have finesse, which gives you a white die. Now you could play an additional spell point to roll this dice. The danger that you have is that on one side is a skull, and if you get that, it's a complete miss. And do I want to take a chance and do that? Probably not. Not this early in the game. But we'll roll this and let's see what we get. All right. Now, here's where it says I can exhaust to reroll one of my combat dice. No, I'm not going to do that. So, like last time, we're going to spend the 2 additional points. Let's see if it pays off this time again. And we're going to roll. Hopefully we can get something good here. And we do. We get an 8 plus 2 shields. So now, the 8 plus 2 shields on that particular thing is going to do 1 more physical damage. It's going to do 1 physical damage, excuse me. So... Oh, no, this one, yeah, 2 physical, it's going to do 2 physical damage. So this particular cave sickle will take 2 damage. That's all we were able to do. Well, that stinks. That wasn't great. But it's good enough. So what we do is we take our damage counters. Like I said, you got to bear with me. We're doing this live. We'll get it. Better to do it live and have people to help you fix it. Stamina point, not spell point. Oh, yeah, sorry. I always say spell points for some reason. So over here, on this particular guy here, which is there, because he was number 6, he has 2 damage. This is how you track them, by their colors. Good. All right, so we got through that mess somehow. All right. So, what do? Well, now we've got to make a pretty good decision here. And it's now Remy's turn. Remy, who has 2. And now we're going to turn one over. So now, Rook. Rook is next. And no, Remy is next. Ooh. Now, what can Remy do? Remy's actually pretty nasty. So Remy gets 5. She has flight. So she would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think that's good enough for what I want her to do. Alright, let's fit her in here. She's going to attack that guy. She gets 2 white dice. Your attacks gain +1 physical damage due to her passive ability, which I'm going to show you over here, because this is the person that I wanted to show you, so you have an idea what the heck is going on here. All right, so she moved, so that's going to cost us 1. Now she has 3 left. Her ability, we build her dice pool. Okay, that's going to be 2 white dice. All right. She has a passive ability. If we hit, my attack is going to gain 1 physical damage. She has throwing knives. We're not worried about throwing right now. All we're worried about is hitting. She has +1 defense here, and then she has some vitality things to help her keep her up, to keep her going. So we're going to roll our 2 white dice, and we'll roll it right here. See what happens. She is going to attack the cave sickle that we just attacked. So we want to take that bad boy out. And does she? 7 and 3 is 10. Fantastic. What does the cave sickle have? The cave sickle has a defense of 8. So we're already 2 above. Now, we gain 1 because of her passive ability. So that's 11. Now, for every shield there, we're going to do a physical damage, especially with this particular war axe. Let me pull this up so you guys can see it. There we go. I apologize. So on the bottom here, because we have shields on here, we have 2. That's going to do 2 more damage. So now you're talking about 12 and 13. Also, it can do 1 physical damage for every magic symbol. Well, we have 1 here, which is perfect. It's 13, so that's 14. So 14 from 8 is 6, which is more than enough to take the health of 6 of that particular cave sickle. So that cave sickle is now extinguished. And I'm kind of glad that one's gone, because it was confusing me with the red base. There we go. That one is dead. That's how combat works. So let's go back to our table. Now, let's go back to our battle area. Now, because she had movement left over, you can't use it. You have to use all your movement at once. So you have to do it then. So when you make a move, you make your full move. When you make your attacks, you make your full attacks. The other thing we have to do is we have to take away 2. So she does have 2 spell points lingering over. Now, it's going to be Rook Lars. Rook Lars is our big boy. He's got to help us out. He now has 5 as well, because he moves up 3. So now we're going to spend 1 to move. We're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to get right in the way here. Now he needs to throw a beating on this guy. He has the 2 hammers, so we have 4. So we really, really want to hit those guys pretty badly. Combo. If you have 2 warhammers equipped, a single warhammer gains heavy. Okay, so we got to be careful because it cost us 1 to move. So let's make sure that we did that right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now that we're going to do the combo, we're gaining heavy. So that means we have to subtract a movement point. No, you would have taken a break attack with this move. Can't wait for my copy of. But you can attack in diagonal. Okay. Yeah, all right. So I got it. Thanks for helping, Benjamin. You have no idea how much I appreciate you helping me out here. Hopefully I'm not goofing this up. There's a lot going on here, so I am going to make mistakes, but fortunately that's one of the reasons I like doing these things live, so you guys can see it, you can hear it, and we can fix it as we go. And you have people that pop in here, and that's really a great thing. So I really appreciate everybody's help on this, especially doing it live, but I wanted to do it live with it painted, of course. Of course. Now, I wanted to move him in here. Number one, it's going to block everything, and he's going to take a lot of the heat. All right. Let's see what we could do here. He's got 4, so we're going to pay 2. Now, we can do the combo. We have 2 Warhammers, and if you have 2 Warhammers equipped, a single Warhammer gains heavy. Okay, that's fine. That means that I believe that we can use those in combo. So we can use these both in combo. So that means we roll 2 white dice for them. Now this is a tough one. I mean, do you spend the extra spell point and try to take this guy out and add the black die? Is that going to give you what you need? Or do you hold on to those and hopefully, you can dodge or do whatever you may need to do? I don't think he can dodge that much. Conviction upgrade to white. No, I don't want to do that. Empower. I gotta check and see what Empower does. Empower. When rolling to hit with an attack or determining a spell force, add black. Now, he also has per encounter, he has these heal tokens that he can give out. So I think he'd do an add 1 to defense for, okay, no. Attack misses. Do I? Nah, I don't want to use the Empower. I don't want to use the Empower. So let's go for it. All right, we're just going to try and do our best with the 2 white dice that we have. Hopefully this will do it. And hopefully we can get enough where we can really knock this guy for a loop. Or at least take him down a few pegs. All right. 5 and a 6. That works for us very well. So, again, they have 8 for defense. So we're at an 11. Now, these Warhammers get, okay, for every two shields, we're going to get 1 +1 damage. So that's for both of them. So 2 shields, so that we're going to be adding 2 more. So that's going to be 11, 12, 13. 13. Is there anywhere else I can grab some damage, please? No. So we're going to do 5 damage to our friend here. So we're going to put that down. That's 3. I think you guys can see I'm putting it there. 3. And then I need to pull another damage token. So just forgive me for a second. I should just pull a couple of these out so I don't slow things down as much. All right. 4, 5. All right, so we did 5 damage. That wasn't too bad. Here's the question. Do we play defensively and hopefully... No, I think we got to take another shot at this guy and try to take him out. I don't think there's any way around it. Nope, I don't think there's any other way around it. And we got to pray that we don't take too much of a beating in that gap there. I think that's the only thing that we can do. Can you explain a break attack, Benjamin? Because I'm kind of confused on that, but I really appreciate everything that you're doing. And like I said, I'm keeping my head in here to make sure that we see what's going on here. All right, so I'm making a decision. Yeah, I'm gonna spend everything that he has. We have to clear this guy out. We have to. All right, let's hopefully be able to roll it though. That's the key. It's not going to do you any good unless you roll it, because it's Cave Sickle's turn and they mean business. Oh, wow, that hurt. We have nothing that would re-roll anything. Nope. Nope, that's a complete miss. So we wasted that, and guess what? It's their turn. So we're gonna go with the cave sickles 1 through 3, and oh boy. So this guy is obviously going to make an attack. He has somebody right there. So we go down his card, and let me switch over. Since he's dead already, I can pull this card up. So let's take a look at it. Is there an opponent adjacent? Yes, there is. Make an attack against the opponent with the most damage. Well, nobody has the most damage. Follow up, make an attack against the same target. This follow-up attack has a follow-up, make an attack against the same target. Okay, yeah. So what he's going to do is he's going to attack twice. He has one guy, so he's going to use 1 white, 1 orange. All right, let's hope he misses. That's what we're hoping. Miss. 6-8. Yes, you do. You miss. But he does get a follow-up attack. All right, let's see what happens here. No, he misses as well. Whew. That was a near miss. Okay, so that's 1. Now we're going to go... Okay, oh, I'm sorry. I did it out of order. He should have gone. But he... Okay, is there an opponent within range 4? All right, we could just do it that way anyways. Because they're log jammed anyways. It wouldn't matter. Make a range attack 4. Then move to be adjacent to the opponent. Well, he can't because he can't move through his own... Well, he can move through his own guy, but he can't move diagonally in there. So, and he can't go past him. All right, that's fine. So he's going to make an attack. He's going to make a range attack. Let's see if he does what he has to do. Now again, because there's a guy next to him, he's going to roll the same thing. Let's see what he does. 7, 8, 9. It equals it, but again, because we have the deflection core, that gives us +1, which is enough to not get that attack. So nothing, I didn't do anything wrong there. All right, I want to read what Benjamin said here. It is like an opportunity attack in D&D. When you are moving out of a square controlled by a monster, it attacks you. Then you move from, oh, that's right, it's a counter more or less. Then you move from the top for us. Okay, gotcha. Perfect, got it. I believe he has a counter, doesn't he? When they attack him, he has a way to counter. But I don't have anything that says counter on it. Refresh, attack. Because there's a way that if you get attacked, you have a chance to counter if you have counter, but we do not have counter. So Rook is up front absorbing everything, but he doesn't have anything that would counter anything. So he missed, and that's fine because there's nothing that they can do there. All right, so we went 1, 2, and then it would be our orange friend over here, which would be number 3, and he would move 6. So it'd be 1, 2, 3. Well, wait, hold on. Before we do that, let's go through the list and make sure that we're doing it right. I'm rushing here. I'm sorry. Is there an opponent adjacent? No. We would move down to the next thing. Is there an opponent? Is there an opponent within range 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Can it move? Can it move and attack an opponent within range 4? Yes, I believe it can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that would be 1, 2, 3. I think you get minuses for shooting through your own guys. I gotta check that. Attack, make an attack. And I believe there are minuses for shooting through your own guys. You can counter attack by paying 2 SP if the attack doesn't hit. Yeah, unfortunately, in the errata, it has been changed to 1 SP point to make a counter. Yes, the problem is I don't have any SP points. I spent them all just trying to hit the guy once. Awesome. Now, shooting through your own guys, or the monster shooting through, I believe they get minuses for each guy that they shoot through. I'm going to just double check that in the rule book and make sure that I'm 100% right, especially on a range shot. And this book is done so well that we can find it pretty quickly. Ranges, 45. I love the rules of index. Thank God Barrett's here. And make sure you check out when Barrett does his. He's going to start an adventure. And actually, Barrett and I are going to be doing an adventure next week. I got to get a hold of Doug, Mystic Guy. He's going to join us as well. And I think that's going to be easier because we're going to be able to stream it with the new cameras and be able to cover better angles. And I've already figured out better angles. So doing this is just a nice test and a nice things. Counting range. All right. Line of sight. Okay. Obstructing tile. Okay, it's a minus. Occupants by opponents blocking sight. Allies do not block line of sight, but give a -1 to attack rolls made through them. That's exactly what we needed. Yep, there we go. There are 2 tokens on the black totems. The rook is the line of sight to them. I don't see them well. There are 2 tokens. There are 2 tokens on the line of sight. I don't see them well. I thought this was planned for tomorrow. What did I miss? Not much. Just me messing up a lot of rolls. -1 attack going through them. Is the rook in line of sight of them? Are there 2 tokens on the back totem? No, I don't. Oh, I got you. He can't. Can he see through the enemies? Because he would be able to. This blocks line of sight, doesn't it? Let me check. Oh, I had my thing here. Oh, hold on. We got it. Green. Hindering. No, it does not. The hindering does not obstruct. So we do have line of sight to it. So as long as we can see through these guys, we do have line of sight. So we have line of sight to the red token. But I think we have to get these guys out of the way first. Are there 2 tokens on the back totem? On the back totems? Is the rook in the line side of them? I don't see them that well. Well, because these guys are in the way, I don't think you can see through them. I think he would have to clear it, and then he would be able to have a clear line of sight. Do you have line of sight through an enemy? That's the thing. Well, we're just going to play that we're just going to keep going. All right, so he would be able to, come over here, like I said, and then because we have 2 guys, he's going to roll 2 red, but it's going to be -2 here. And if you guys determine anything else, just let me know. I'll fix it. We're going along pretty good here, so it's not a bad thing. It's a learning experience here. All right, can move to be made to range 4 from the nearest opponent, then make a +4 attack. Yes, we're going to. I mean a range 4 attack. And 14. Wow, that's about as bad as it can get. So not only does he hit him. Well, hold on. Let's slow down here. So it's going to be -2. Why can't I get that roll? He's at 10, so -2, that's 2. But I can exhaust my Curus. Okay? And that will take away any physical damage above that. But hold on. They do have some shields here. Can that help them in any way? They have 2 shields which would do 2 more physical damage. So we're talking 16. So let's figure this out now. Huh. What can I do? What can I do? Okay. So this is the way it has to be. 2 shields, so that brings it up to 16. -2 for the line of sight. That's down to 14. He has a defense of 10. That's going to bring it up to 10. 10, so that's down to 4 damage. If I exhaust a Cuirass, that means he'll only take 2 damage, which isn't the end of the world. I think that's the way we're going to do it. We're going to tap, or exhaust, excuse me, and we're going to bring it down to 4 damage. So, well, I can take the 4 damage. I really can. He's a big boy. He can take the 4 damage, and I think we're going to give him the 4 damage, and we're not going to waste that. I think the next time around, if things get a little hairy, we'll waste it. I think that's the way to go. Okay, I think you should read the red totem text next. The monsters do not block LOS. Okay, cool. I will do that. After I resolve this, now I'll just say that now I'll read the thing. And I'm sure something even worse will happen. So, going into our thing, and I think Benjamin's 100% correct. For some reason, I thought there was this blocking thing was here, and we couldn't see it, but we can see it from here. So let me see what goes completely wrong here. And do I have that correctly? Let me make sure that I got that all in there correctly. Yes, that is... No, I have it wrong. Okay, hold on. It got moved. It got moved. There we go. We still would have had the log jam no matter how you look at it. Right there. And that is there. All right. Now I got to figure out, and we do not have line of sight because this is impassable. I knew there was something I did screwy. Of course I messed it up, right? That's all right, learning experience. We've got it all figured out though. They won't jump there. So he took the damage. That's fine. We're okay with that. All right, so now we're going to come back around. So we're going to come back to Nightingale here. And Nightingale's way back here. So Nightingale has 4. So she can only get 1 more. So she has 5. She can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because she does have +1 movement. And take a shot at this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6, 7. Because she has +1 because of the occult shirt. She's going to roll a pink and a white. Yeah. Because she's going to use her long sword and she has her magic talisman. So we're going to build a dice pool of a pink and a white. So she's going to go diagonally. And hopefully that's enough to take out our friend there. I hope. Okay. Be back. Family calls. Get the CS. Get them down. I think you should read the red totem. Okay. But I may be wrong. The LOS, though, through enemies. I only read the rules in Europe and I don't have the game. Ah, okay. You're doing fine, Benjamin, and I appreciate your help. I really do. And of course, we have Barrett here that's helping as well. All right, so now, like I said, we're going to make a ton of mistakes here, and we're going to learn before we do the adventure phase. All right, so with her moving there, and she used 1, what we're going to do, and I want to make sure that we're focused in here, we are going to use, that's going to leave, okay, she used 1 to move, and then we're going to use 2, which would leave her 3. What we're going to do is we're going to attack there, and we're going to roll these 2 dice here. And 5, 6, 7. That is a complete and utter miss. Ugh. Alright, well, we're going to have to use the other 2 that she had. She had 4. Well, no, we used 2 to do that. And then we're going to use the last 2. And hopefully she can take this guy out with a good roll. Come on, Nightingale. Give us a break. 6, 8. That's perfect. That hits. She has 2 shields, which is going to do 2 physical damage. That's more than enough to take our friend out here. We don't even have to add anything else into that, because she gets +2 physical damage for the 2 shields here. And that's enough to take that out. So that falls into our plan, which is perfect. So we're going to take this guy out as well. He's gone. Now, you're wondering why we don't get any reward. We only get a reward if we take all the guys out from that particular card. So there's 3 guys, and then you're going to be able to draw a reward and claim it. Right now, we've only got 1 from each card, and we're having a tough time as it is trying to take these guys out. All right, so that's her turn. Now we're going to come over to our friend here. Oh, shoot. She had +1. She gets +1 too. So she's pretty nasty. Wow. Alright, so now it's going to be Zeke's turn. And Zeke is going to move forward. He's going to bring up, he has no spell points, so he's going to use 1. Oh boy. See, this is a tough call here. Do you move Rook up? No, I think you got to pray that you take that 1 guy out. Does he have enough to take that guy out? Combo light, combo light. Oh, you can use both swords. Hold on. Let me just check one thing real quick. Combo. I want to make sure we're doing this right. Sometimes it takes a little bit. Helen, how are you? Yeah, I'm always early. I'm back. Did you win yet? Not yet. Hey, Barrett, combo. If you have a combo light, combo. If you have a combo, can I use both swords together? But it also says finesse. Does that give me a chance to add the white dice to it as well? So I'm going to show you guys something. I just want to make sure that we clear this up. I have 2 swords in my hand, okay? And they say light combo, and they're both light. So can I use these together? That means 2 purple, and then add the finesse, the 2 white for finesse, or add 1 white for finesse. Whoops. So that's a question I have for Barrett, who's also read the rules probably as much as I have. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page, because I don't want to mess this up. Now I can exhaust this to move 1 space diagonally. That might help us here, because we have 3 stamina points. So we would move. It'd be 1, 3. We can exhaust our short sword and move here, and then attack. That leaves, in case we fail an attack, we can do something else here. I think that might be the move that we do. And I'm going to check with Barrett, make sure we're right. But I think that's what I'm going to do. If I exhaust it, I don't think I can use it in combo. So let's give it a shot. So I can exhaust this sword to move one space diagonally. Okay, here we go. Sadly, those two swords don't have finesse tag. So, it's the light tag. If you read my terrible typing. No, you're fine. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to exhaust that. So I'm going to go, whoops. Come on, girl. Don't fall down on me. So we're going to go 1, 3, and we're going to exhaust one of the swords and move diagonally, because you can move diagonally. Then we're going to use our other sword and use a white. We can use the finesse, can't we? Oh, no, we can still use the two swords. It's just we can't use that ability again. Okay. So we can use the finesse. Finesse we can add in. We do have blade works. If you have two one-handed weapons, equip and make an attack. Okay. If I exhaust this. Oh, I can use this. I can use this discipline. I can get an extra free attack. See, there are so many upgrades and things like this that really can really get you going here. When making an attack with two short swords, you get 2 white dice. Okay, that's what we're doing. Okay. All right. So we were able to do that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to roll against this guy right here, number 1. And that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to plow the road here a little bit. And all right. 7 and 4. 7 and 4 is 11. So that's going to put us over 3. And for each shield, we're going to get 2 physical damage, so that's 4 more. Plus, we have 1 for that's 4, 7, 8. We would do 8 damage. There's the 2 swords and the symbol here. Perfect. That's enough to take this guy completely out. So he's gone. He's already used all his stamina points. So we're going to move those aside. Alright, not bad. And we didn't even have to use our blade works. Very nice. Wait, I think you might be right and I'm wrong. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, when you make an attack, use both weapons using SP, rolling 2 purple dice. Oh, okay. What would have happened here? What would have happened here? Oh, well, we would have rolled. It would have actually been. It actually would have been better. So we were all right by doing that. Okay, yeah, and then you would have added 2. So let me make sure. 7. That's 13, 14, 15. Yeah, we still would have got him. That was a good roll. Oh, I would have got a 14 if I rolled it again. You're right, it's white. Oh, either way, we got him. We got him. All right, we got him. No matter how we look at it, we got him, and that's most of the thing. Okay, so that takes care of Zeke. Now we got to get into Remy. Now this is where it gets a little difficult because Remy has to move forward. She has flight. Boy, do I want to get Remy in there? Yeah, I think I do. Because Remy, yeah, I can. So we're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And Remy is going to attack number 3 here. And she hopefully is going to knock our friend silly. I hope. So, by attacking here into there, she has, and let's go to our other thing. I'm not helping. Yeah, you are. We're having fun. That's all that matters. So I'm going to show you guys from this angle a little bit. Just bear with me. We're getting there. I know this is a little slow, but I'm teaching the game. I know Barron's learning some things, which is really important because Barron and I are going to be heading into an adventure phase with this, and I think we're getting a lot of the little bugs out. It's not bugs. There's a lot to this game, but this game is well worth it. So let's keep going here. Okay, so we're going to attack with our war axe here. So she already had 2. She's going to get 3, and she moved, so that's going to cost 1. So now we're down to 4. She's going to attack. I'm going to flip that over. That's going to give her 2. Now, here's the thing here. She has... This is 2 white dice. And her ability here, her passive ability here, is going to give her 1 physical damage. Having her in a way is not a bad thing because I do have a plan within a plan here. And I think if I do this right, I might... it's going to be a tough go, but I think we can do it. Okay, we have a counter, we have health here, so we're going to be okay. All right, so we're going to try this 2 white dice. Let's see what she does. Let's hope that we get something good here. 5, 6, 7. No, that's not going to do it. Come on, Remy. Oh, we can't catch a break here. So we're going to spend 2 more and we're going to roll. Come on, girl. We need you here. Don't let us down. 7, 8, 9. Perfect. 9. So she does another one, which is going to be 10. Then it's 1 for each. When determining damage, this weapon gains books plus 1 damage until the attack is resolved. Boy, well, that's only 1, so that's not going to do anything. So we're at 9. She does another one, which is 10, which is a physical. When making a weapon attack, if you have a 2-handed weapon, which it is, equipped, you may re-roll any dice in your combat dice pool. I wonder if we tap that and do this because we already got a 7. I think we're going to exhaust our discipline. Okay? And we're going to re-roll this dice because we really need that guy out of the way. We got to get him out. Oh, perfect. 14. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We obliterated this guy. This guy's gone. And guess what? Because this guy is gone, we're going to be able to get 7 gold. 7 gold for that. So we're going to put that on Remy's card. Congratulations. Nice job, Remy. Wow. That was good. So we used it, but we pretty much had no choice in using it. All right. So now it really comes down to our next move here. So what we're going to do is Rook needs to take that guy out. Well, Rook has heavy because he has 2-handed weapons. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he has enough to get over here. All right. Now he has 4 damage. We're okay with that. We're okay with that. We got him pinned down. He used all his stamina before, but he used one there. So okay, so he's down to 2. Okay, there we go. So now he's going to make an attack with that 2-handed weapon. He's got 2 white dice. We really need something good here. or else we're going to be in trouble. Well, not trouble, but he's going to have to take some damage here. But that's okay because we'll be able to move our way forward. So I think you guys are getting what we're trying to do here. Wait a minute. Let me go to the other dice here. So let me go to the other section so you guys can see what the heck I did. So I moved here. I moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right into there. All right. So now he's going to attack him, and he's going to use his stamina to attack there. We get 2 white dice. Oh boy, this is getting kind of critical here. We've got to be able to make it through here. Can we make it through? We're starting to get this. It was a little slow at start, but we're getting there. All right. Come on, Rook. Come on, Rook. You can do this, big fella. Come on. Oh, yes. That's 13. All right. So remember, defensive 8. What else do we get? Oh, for every, with the Warhammers here, we get 1 physical damage for every one, and we get 1 physical damage for every spell symbol. So that's 2, 3, 2, 3 for each weapon. So yeah, he's. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming by. He is obliterated as well. So now Rook gets a card, and he is going to get 7 because remember you have to kill 3 to get enough there. All right, perfect. All right, what a way to end that turn. What a way to end all that. So now we would go to the cave sickles, but they're dead. So what do we do here? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to start with Nightingale. Nightingale gets 3. So she's going to do some movement here. And I believe that if you add... Well, I just want to get her in range. Kinda. I think. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that works for me. So she's right there. All right, so she's out of the way. That cost her 1. We're going to save 2 stamina. And let's just go through the whole thing with her because... No, she didn't exhaust anything. All right, so she goes to her status phase. We have no status phase conditions. We have nothing to unexhaust with her. So she's fine. We went through our action points. We saved 2 of them. That's fine. It's Zeke's turn. Zeke's got to move here. And Zeke is going to move. Zeke, first of all, let's do it correctly. We're going to get him up to 3. And he's going to move. He's going to do his move here. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's right there. Perfect. And then he's going to have 2 left over. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Then we're going to go into Remy. She is going to... Remy is going to use her ability. And we have a nice little use symbol here. And let's go over to the other camera. I want to make sure I'm right. Because you killed them before they were activated. You haven't spawned any monsters and no monsters were activated this round. You should gain an urgency token. I am not sure how this rule plays. Can somebody check that? Barrett, can you check that? What is an urgency token? Oh, let's take a look. I got the rules right here. And thank you, Benjamin. Thank you for pointing that out. Urgency, empowering. I don't have anything that says urgency. Alright, well, I'm just going to keep playing it this way and we can fix it in the thing. So, All right, so with that said, we were on Remy. We're gonna use her ability, and I'm gonna use it, and I'm gonna put it on her. And what it says is, oh no, it's not Remy. I wanted to do that with. I want to do it with Nightingale. I'll do it on the next thing. Okay, cool. So she's gonna get 3, but we're going to use 1, and she is going to move. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she's gonna come right there. The same thing could be said for Rook here. There we go. Rook, and he's also going to have 2 spell points. This is good. We're not even going to need that because we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he's going to come up here in case we get hit with any surprises. So now we're going to go back to the beginning here. We're going to refresh. First of all, anything that had to be that we exhausted is unexhausted for all our characters. Boy, oh boy. Well, it's Nightingale. And Miss Nightingale is going to use her ability, like I said. We're going to use a use token, and on Miss Nightingale, she has Ambitious. Well, no, I wouldn't even need that because that'll bring them up. Okay, I'm not going to use that ability. What she's going to get is 3. She's going to get 3 here, and she's going to use 1 to move. That's all she's going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she's out of line of sight. Now, here we go. Our next guy is Zeke. And he is going to come 1. He goes up to 3, but he uses 1. I mean, he goes up to his full number, but he's going to move. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he sees that. All right, so the minute he sees that, we're going to read a page out of the book. Let's see what happens here. Hopefully, it's nothing bad. As soon as you see the totem, interrupt your turn and read the scenario. I think that's what would happen. Okay. When you have 4, you lose the game. Okay, that's cool. All right, so the minute he saw it, I think he would have saw it right here. Or is that blocking? Or can you see diagonally? Okay, yeah, you can see that diagonally. All right, so let's go to our adventure book and see what happens. And this is the neat thing about this game, and I want to make sure that you guys see what happens here. And, okay, so we're in the middle of the sickle bombing expedition. So we see the red totem. So I've got to put the red thing on here and read what happens. So let's see what happens here. Now mine got messed up in shipping. As you can see, it's busted and broken, and that's okay. All right, so it reads as follows. Behind the rocks, you find a pair of cave sickles. Spawn 2 cave sickles adjacent to the totem. Behind you, 2 more of them crawl up from the depths. 2 spawn cave sickles on tile UM1 according to diagram 29 to the south. You see yet another pair of cave sickles exactly. Luckily, the large gap separates them. Spawn 2 cave sickles adjacent to the red exit. What red exit? There is no red exit. Okay, so I have to go to diagram 29. Okay, so we go to our diagram book, which I believe I have in here. Bear with me, folks, because I actually have that in the box here. Okay, there it is. So we got to go to diagram 29 here. Oh, here's 28 and 29. So we have 2 and then 1 here. Okay, so 2 and then 1 here. So once we kill those 2, that's pretty good. And then adjacent to the thing, what's going to happen is we're going to pick two guys here. So adjacent, and we're going to put him here. Well, we're going to put him right next to it, right there. Boom, boom, boom. They just came out of nowhere. Well, that got interesting. So now that I saw the red token, I've got to clear out these guys. Well, that's not cool. Oh, okay. An adventure finds and ends their turn on the red exit. All right, so I've got to kill those two guys, and I've got to get somebody over to the red exit on top of it, and then we end our turn. Then we will be successful. Okay, at the end. Okay. At the end of the round, in which no opponent has an AI step with true conditions and no opponents were spawned, an urgency token adds to the end of the initiative track. If there are four, you lose. Okay, so we didn't have to worry about that. We only had to deal with that once. So we'll just pretend one's there. Okay, but anyways, we've got a problem here. We got to take these guys out, and we have to end our turn on that objective somehow. So let's try to knock this guy out. So he still has 4. He still has an attack of 4. So here we go. So we're going to attack right there. So okay, we're right there. So here he goes. He's got combo. I wonder if I exhaust a card and move diagonally a space, would we win? If I exhaust my sword, I think we could win. Because I can move diagonally. So I'm going to exhaust this card because it says exhaust on it. Move 1 space diagonally. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to end my turn right. Well, no, I'm not going to end my turn. I still have an attack. So I'm going to attack this guy here just to make sure. So that's going to go down. We're only going to have 2 stamina points left. We're going to roll a white. I'm going to roll a white and a purple. And hopefully, we're going to take this guy out. Let's hope that. I hope we do it. No, we missed. So let's do it again. We're going to use our final 2 points. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's an 11. Okay, 11 plus 2 is 13. Plus 2 is 14, 15. Yep, 15. So that's going to take him out. All right, so that's the end of his turn, but we ended on the token, so I wondered, do we win? And that ended his turn. I think we won. You have to roll the black dice to know where you are on the to know where you add the initiative cards. Are you sure the red exits where we're not on the new diagram you saw? Yeah. Oh no, it's not the red exit. You have to land on the red totem. Hold on. Oh. Find and end the turn on the red exit. Okay. No, you're right. Oh, so I wouldn't exhaust that. I would just have fought that guy right here. Okay. So I'm not going to exhaust that. Okay, let me take a look at the new diagram because I didn't see an exit symbol on there whatsoever. I think we got to kill the rest of these guys. How's that? All right, let's pull this out. Let me just take a look at 29 here. Maybe we could find where the red exit is. 29. Give me the red exit. No, it doesn't show me a red exit. It just shows me 2 cave sickles. Okay, let me read that thing again to make sure that we got that right. It's not that clear here. 10. Huh. Alright, hold on here. Red totem. Spawn 2 cave sickles adjacent to the red exit. Where's the red exit? Adjacent to the zone. Behind you, 2 more crawl up. Tile UM1. According to the south, you see another pair. Luckily, a large gap separates you from them. Spawn 2 adjacent to the red exit. Huh. Where's the red exit? It doesn't. Nowhere does it show where the red exit is. So I'm massively confused. Huh. Tile UM1. Hey Slathern, how you doing? Are you sure? Then you have to find the red exit later. Oh, you will have to roll a black dice to know where to add the initiative card. Are you sure the red exit? No, it's not on the new diagram. Then you have to find the red exit, the exit later. Oh, okay. All right. So what we would have to do is find the exit later. Okay. Well, that confused the heck out of me. What does the blue totem do? Oh, I see. Hold on. I think I get it. Because of that line of sight, I should have probably have saw that. Yes, okay. Got it. I got it. Okay. So, we have to move Remy here. Okay, this makes sense now. So we had a little bit of a hiccup here. So that is going to be tile UM9. UM9. So we're going to pull that out. If we can. Wherever it may be. Nothing like making it tough for you. You think you have everything that you need in front of you. Oh, here we go. UM9. So we're going to pull out another. All right, here we go. So we're just going to move that down. And hopefully we'll adjust our camera. So we're brawling with some more of these guys here. This actually goes like this. And we're going to have to make a jump, which stinks. Okay, there is a red exit and a green totem. And I'm going to pull that out. There is the green totem that goes there. And our red exit. Boom. Awesome. So that ends that. So now, Nightingale went, Zeke went, now Remy goes. And Remy's going to go 1. And there's 2 more. There's 2 more here. So, in the southern part, they said, so it goes right here. Oh, but you can't see them. That's the whole thing. So she's going to go 1, 3, 4, 5, and deal with them. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, in the thing, 27, they just say that they're real far south, so they're not there, actually. All right, so that makes sense. Okay, I got it. Got it. Sorry. Took a little with some of the... And there's a blue treasure token there as well. Well, we like blue treasure. And right there. Alright, got it. Alright, sorry about that. So this just got even bigger. So let's just make a few adjustments here. We're going to slide this over like so. We're going to open that up a little bit like that. And zoom in. Alright. Whew. I have to leave you. Sorry. Good luck. Thank you. I think the diorama book, yeah, got it. Thank you, Barrett. I think we got it. All right. So let's keep going here. And what's kind of cool is I could probably, yes, I've got that right there too. So we can switch over to this if we had to and be able to see what's going on right here. And actually, I can do this. Move this all over here. Here. This game takes up a little bit of room here. It's not a bad thing. All right, let's get back to Remy. Remy had... It was Remy's turn. She got 3, so she used 1. So she has 4 left. Okay. And we're going to go back over to her. So she is right over here. She's going to attack this guy right here, who's number 1. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And he would be on that thing, so they would get something when they kill him. So we don't want to kill him in some. We want to keep these guys separate. So she's going to want to kill him. She's going to use 2 white dice. So she's going to use 2 spell points. Now let's see how this turns out for her. Hopefully she can get this guy here. And she got 14. Yeah. She got him. She actually obliterated him. 14 plus the shields. 1 for each damage. So that's 4. That's 18. 19, 20 because of the 2 stars. Yeah. See you later, pal. You got wrecked. Alright. She's going to keep her 2 stamina points. So that's going to take and put that one over there. And we want to keep them. Now Rook is going to go, and he's going to start hightailing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because he wants to get down here. All right. And that's going to be that. So here's the way it's going to go. This sickle is going to go first. So this sickle is going to, well, of course, can it move and attack? Yes, it can. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's right there, right where it wants to be. She can counter. I want to be real careful about countering. All right, so for the sickle, move and attack. Is there an opponent within range 4? 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, hold on here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, so they can make a range attack from there. Because it's only 1, it's going to roll 2 white dice. All right. And rolls a 3 and a 2, so that's a miss. All right, we're all right there. Now we're going to move to our cave sickle 4, 5, 6. Is he within range 4? Yes. He can make a range attack. Well, who would he make a range? Well, I'm going to say that he's closer. He's going to make a range attack. 6. That's not going to do it. Now we're going to come up to Nightingale. And she has 3, getting 3, that is going to give her 5. And I'm going to do that there. So she can move. She's going to spend 1 to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That works. Now she's going to attack him. And she has short sword and finesse. So she can roll a white and a yellow. I mean a white and a white and an orange. Yep. Let's see what happens. 7 and 5. Alright, 7 and 5 is 12. There's 2 shields. That's 14. Any magic? No. Well, she has her talisman on. No, 14 will do it because that's 6. So that's going to obliterate them. And she's going to get a card here. I believe we're doing this right. And she gets 7 gold, which is always helpful when you go shopping. Alright. Zeke is going to be on the move. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's right there. Then the rook is going to go. He's going to go 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's going to leave him with 4. Him with 4. Actually, I don't want to go all the way with him because there's a running thing that you have to do with your agility to jump over a space. If he doesn't make the jump, he dies. It's as simple as that. And that would be bad. Okay, cave rooks 1 to 3 are gone. So we're not worried about them. We still have the rook here that can make an attack on her. Did Remy go? Remy did not go. That was bad of me. Actually, Remy's going to move out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to force this cave sickle to come after us. I think that's the right move because then we don't run into that thing. Now, jumping a space, I want to check before we move to the next round here. I definitely want to check that before we move to the next round. Baron, do you know anything about jumping? Of course, we have to jump something. Jumping, page 66. Boy, they make it so easy for you. Pretty tough to do this. During an adventure movement, they may choose to jump over spaces which would otherwise prefer not to move through. Jumping is defined as moving over one or more spaces without being affected by terrain effects. Jumping may only be done during a move action or a free movement and jumping over spaces, expending movement points in the same way movement does. During movement, an adventurer declares that they are jumping a designated space for the adventurer to end their jump on. Each space jumped over requires movement points, just like normal movement. The space being jumped out of must be unoccupied normal terrain space. The space being jumped over cannot be occupied by another figure. The space being jumped into may be any type of terrain but cannot be occupied by another figure. To check if the jump was successful, make an agility 10 skill check. For each additional space moved over after the first, add difficulty 2. Oh, wow. Okay. If one or more ally, Okay, great. Alright, so we would have to make an agility check. And what's Zeke's agility? It's a 4. Now to make a test, we get to roll 2 purple dice. Oh boys, and we have to do better than a 10. Oh god. Shh. Who's got the best agility? Is it Nightingale? 5. Rook has a 1. And she has a 6 agility. Remy has a 6 agility. So she can go 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. So he's going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, she was over here. Yep, okay. Is there adjacent? Is there a range of 4? If it can move and attack an opponent within range 4, it could just move. No, it doesn't. So the cave sickles are still there, so we won't have to use any of that stuff there. One thing you can do is add the strength of an adjacent character to help with the agility check. That might be the way to do it. I think that's what we're going to do. Alright, so he's not going to do anything. He can't do anything, but he's still there. And the board's not clear. Make an attack. Just making sure we're doing this right. I think he still moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3. He would make a shot at her. Alright, that makes sense to me. So, because there's nobody there, he's going to roll. And it's an 8. On Nightingale, she has a defense of 9. She's fine. Okay, so that ends the turn. We reset everything. I think she's going to come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, okay. 4, okay. And she's going to stop there. She has full health. She's down to 4. And she's going to add her strength because he's next. So he's going to make that run and get to this exit. Of course, we're not going to get any of the good stuff that we need, but we want to get out of here before things get nasty here. So, she can add her strength, which is 2, to his agility, which is 4, and then we roll a conviction dice, which is these 2. Where's the other purple die? What did I do with the other purple die? I had it here. Oh, there it is. So we're going to roll. So that's 5. No problem. Could have made it on his own. So it goes 1. He jumps over. 2, 3, 4. Boom. We end up on the red exit. And somehow, we've got out of this. With little, I actually just read that too. Remy flies. Ooh, that's right. Remy does fly. But I actually use Nightingale to use the strength. All right, so let's go read and see what happens, because there's more that happens to it. But we're going to stop right here because we made it to the exit, and I think we bungled a few things, but we'll be able to fix it later. Baron, my good friend Baron, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it isn't too bad. All right, so An adventurer finds and ends their turn on the red exit, which we did. Stop, shop, and train on page 4, and then continue to Too Many Sickles on page 14. So we would continue the adventure, but right now we would have a pause, and what we're going to do is I'm going to keep all this stuff together, and then what we're going to do is we'll do this again probably later in the week. We'll do the next part so you can see the next part of the scenario. But what you actually saw is pretty good. I really like this a lot. I mean, I really enjoyed this. Now we'll get to shop and upgrade with the money that we had. Everybody gets to share the money. We ended up with 21 gold, which is going to help us to make our guys better. We're going to be able to upgrade a few things and make things a little bit better. And now that we understand how things work with each guy, maybe there's something that we see that we can get that's a little bit better. I'll show you how the shop works in the next video. Doing this live is a little tough, especially with this many characters. That's why I think I learned something here, that when we go into the adventure mode, it's going to be great to have Barrett. I want to make sure I have Doug Herring here, because I'm going to give them 3 characters and I'm going to control one, so I can control camera angles, rules, and all this other stuff. I think we did really well. Barrett, I want to help you. Benjamin, I know you had to leave. I want to thank Benjamin for helping us out with some sticky spots. It may have seemed a little sticky at times, but this is the stuff that you're going to do. It's not, this whole produce thing. It's seeing what really happens in a game when you're playing it and coming up with situations that you're going to run into, and that's why we do this live. So you don't have to make the mistakes I make doing things live, and I really enjoy doing things like this live. I hope you guys did too. This was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you have any questions or anything, or you saw something that we did wrong, be sure to put it in the comments. That's what they're here for, is to put them in the comments so we can get it right. Again, thank you everybody that stayed and watched this. This is a game I've been very excited about. I got to finish painting these guys. Right now they're okay, but I got to highlight them a bit. Just to give you guys a quick look, you're going to be seeing some video on this coming up. So in case you guys were wondering what these guys look like, there you go. But we're getting there with them. I've got to do the highlights on them yet, but they were good enough to get to the table today. And there we go. And let's show you some cave sickle action there. There you go. All right. Woo! Who knows? Maybe we'll do some more in the morning. All right. Thank you so much for watching this. I had such a good time. Thank you. I know this was a little long, but this is a big game with a lot of stuff going on, and I think you're going to love it. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob, and we will definitely, and I do mean definitely, see you soon. Thank you everybody that helped. Thank you everybody that watched. We'll see you soon.